I'm Coach DeRonte Polite, and now I got next.
You next up and you ain't been on Sports Like Talk. Like, what are you doing? Hey, you better hit him up. Look, you breaking next and you up next. Keep the Queens go hard. Rise and star on the big scene. Make them know who you are. You don't break a sweat. Don't settle for less. They put you through that test. Your resume that flex. Who got next? Who got next? SLT, ready, say go. Who got next? Who got next? Living my dreams and all your goals. Who got next? Who got next? You can ask B. Jones or head coach. Who got next? Who got next? You next up, so here's my vote.
SLT Nation! What it do, fam? Welcome back to another fire episode of Sports Life Talks. You got next, a platform that gives exposure to the voice of tomorrow. That's right, it is season 4, the year of the Mamba. And KT and I are still 10 toes down, and we are grinding and combing this nation, and we are finding rising superstars, super sensations, amazing human beings who are doing big things and accomplishing big dreams. And hey, the first time ever on this show, I get to shout out a rapper. Hold on, y'all make some noise for one of your very own. That's right, this guy is a author, he's a podcaster, he's a coach, he is a do-it-all entrepreneur, and he is making huge waves in the game of women's basketball. 13 years as a matter of fact. So let's make some noise for the women's head coach at Hood College, DeRonte Polite. Coach D, how you doing today?
I'm good, sir. I'm good. How about yourself? I appreciate that.
Man, hey, today we gonna be polite, all right? Let's go. Hey, if this is your first time checking out the show, Hood, hey, that's my hood.
For sure.
Home, the mouth of the South, B. Jones, the OG, all things Louisiana. Well, put your L's up. Mr. Yeet is in the building, and I'm right alongside my brother from another mother, the other side of the logo, the Quiet Storm. Shh. All facts. No cap, the head coach, KT. Kev, how you doing today, man?
I mean, B. Jones, do we have to be polite, man? I mean,
we gonna do it the polite way today, KT.
Okay, well, I'm doing great, B. Jones. Let's turn up for Arapahoe, North Carolina.
Arapahoe, let's go.
Let's go, man. Let's go. I'm gonna be polite.
Where's Arapahoe, North Carolina, Coach? Is that close to North Cackalack? Like, I'm talking about Charlotte.
It's not. We on the other side of the state, so we right on the coast. I don't know if you know where ECU, Greenville, New Bern.
I heard ECU. I'm thinking of big ECU though. But you said Greenville. I heard Greenville, North Carolina.
ECU is in Greenville. We're about an hour and a half, maybe not even that much, but like southeast. We're right on the coast, so not the Outer Banks, but right on the coast. I grew up on the water. I'm a little country boy.
Hey, that's what's up, man. I know you probably know how to cook too, Coach. But we got to do a little cooking to get this show started off. Y'all ready? Come on, it is time for the moment of truth. That's right. This is a short game that we play. It's a fun game. But we're about to get to know Coach a little bit better in our version of 2 truths and a lie. So here's the game. Here's the rules. Coach has prepared 3 facts about himself before the show. And KT and I, we're going to listen to these 3 facts, but here's the catch. One of those facts is not the truth, all right? So KT and I will have 60 seconds exactly to work as a team, deliberate, and figure out which one of these 3 facts about Coach Polite, Coach P, that is not the truth. All right, Coach, give them to us. Give us the 3 facts.
All right, so I'm a country boy. I grew up with cows, horses, and things like that. So when I wasn't playing basketball, I dabbled a little bit into some bull riding. That's my first fact.
Bull riding.
Second fact, I coached basketball in China a couple times. And then last fact, at one point in time, I had dreads.
I believe the dreads, B. Jones, because I had a whole bunch of hair at one point in my life too. So I'm gonna go with the dreads.
I can see the dreads. I wore braids at a time or two. You know what I'm saying? When I was on the block. But with Kevin coaching in China, that's unique.
Yeah, I think he's trying to throw us off on that.
Yeah, would have had.
He didn't say he's a country boy like twice, so I'm going with the bull riding.
Yeah, I think he was a country boy. I think, as a matter of fact, I read something that he was a country boy. I don't know if he was bull riding, but I know for a fact he's a country boy. I think I read an article that said something about he came from a farm, or it was a farm type environment that he had came from. So I'm gonna say number 1 is true, and I'm gonna say number 3 is true. So I'm gonna say number 2 is the field. Because he kind of slipped it in real smooth, too. You know what I'm saying, KT? You know,
I coached in China.
Yeah, he said, I coached in China. And, you know what I'm saying? So, KT, so, Coach, number 2 is the non-truth.
Number 2 is true. I had a chance to run some camps in China a few years ago.
Yeah. So, number 3 was not the truth.
Number 3 is true. I just didn't ride any bulls.
So you didn't ride. You know what? We should have caught on to that, KT. I knew he was a farm boy, but you know what? I read nothing about him.
Do a bull ride.
No ride, no bulls.
B. Jones, lying to us. That's not polite. You said we're gonna be polite on this show, and that's how he just did us.
Hey, I just following the rules. Yo, your rules. I'm being polite.
Coach, that was impolite. All right, y'all. Yeah. We lost that one. It's okay, but we get better. We get better. So y'all stay tuned throughout the rest of the year. I got a feeling by summertime we go have this game.
What are we like 20 and 35?
Yeah, we getting better, KT. The percentage went up, so we getting slightly better. All right, y'all. Coach, everybody's watching this alongside of me under the sound of my breath. We need you to raise your right hand. That's right, everybody, except if you're driving in the car. Y'all keep y'all hands on the wheel. We need you to take that right hand and we need you to reach over your left shoulder. We need you to grab that seatbelt and pull down that strap, buckle up, click, clack. It is time to go to work. It is time to make some noise. And the first thing we need to do is we need you to join the Sports Life Talk family. That's right. We need your help in taking this show to a whole nother level. You can do it at the cost of $0.0 free 99. You can make huge impact on this show by doing 3 big things. All right. Number 1, we need you to hit that subscribe button and become a part of our family. I promise you, we're the hardest working podcast. We putting out content almost every single day, and we're going to keep on that same rhythm and with that same energy. And we would love to have you alongside of us. Number 2, we need you to hit that like button. The way this algorithm is set up, Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg got together and they say, you got to hit the like button and tell the system that this show is cracking. And when you do that, this thing just bubbles all the way up to the top. And number 3, last but not least, you got to give. Give it. Sharing is caring. Giving is living. You got to share this show with as many people as you possibly can. Go through your phone right now. Look at the last 10 people you called and send this show to them and tell them how dope Hood College is and what they got cooking. And with this amazing young coach who is really more than just a coach. He is a trendsetter. This dude is a generational talent. Coach, is Hood College going to hold us down?
Yeah, Hood College, we going to hold you down for sure.
Hey, Kevin, I've been wanting to say this all day. DP, are you with me?
Oh yeah.
On the count of 3, let's do it like we drew to it. 1, 2, 3. Boo! Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Kevin. We're getting all this love from our North Kakalaki Hood College. We appreciate y'all so much. We appreciate y'all so much that we consider you family if you should hit that subscribe button if you did any of those 3 things. As a matter of fact, we don't do fans. We leave that to all the other podcasts. We don't do followers. We leave that to all the other podcasters. We only do family around Sports Life Talk. Coach Polite, what is the most used emoji that you rocking with right now? What emoji are you find yourself sending out more than other ones?
Right now, it's the handshake emoji. You know, it's like, I'm with you. I'm rocking with you.
I like that. The handshaking emoji. So if you did any of those 3 things, throw the handshaking emoji down in the chat. And Kevin, I'm feeling good. I don't know what happened to me today. I'm feeling real good, but we are going to select one person that hit that handshaking emoji. We're going to select one person. We're going to give away a free t-shirt today. That's our promise to you. If you put the handshaking emoji down in the chat, we're going to randomly draw one new family member to come aboard and get them a t-shirt. KT, what we gonna tell them if they throw that handshaking emoji into the chat?
Well, before I say that, B. Jones, you get a check or something I don't know about? Because you've been throwing out these t-shirts like it's nothing. I just want to make sure. I haven't got a check yet.
You ever heard of making your own money, KT? Well, we can make our own t-shirts.
So we didn't get a check. Okay, hey, we're gonna tell them thank you, B. Jones.
Yeah, hey, thank you so much. All right, Coach Polite. It is time to be a little impolite now. We got to take you through the burning sands, my God. We got to heat you up a little bit. Kevin, warm them up. It is time for the Sports Life Talk Initiation.
All right, Coach, initiate you into the SLT family. You got to give us your top 5 music artists.
Top 5. All right. Now, see, I don't know if y'all going to know any of these people, but I'm going to put them out there anyway. I guess no order, but Dre Murray, guy from originally from Houston, Christian artist. I rock with him. Sho Baraka, Lecrae, and then a couple of young boys, Hovey and What Up RG. They part of Lecrae's camp.
Kevin, I'm gonna tell you, he's
top 5.
Kabuki, and I didn't know what was it. What was the second?
Sho Baraka.
Sho Baraka. Sorry, Sho Baraka. No disrespect. I thought he said Kabuki. Listen, Kevin, I don't know how you gonna judge that. I've only heard of Lecrae. Lecrae rolling though. Lecrae worth a lot by himself.
He said a lot of gospel rappers. He said the other 2 were under Lecrae.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
A lot of gospel rappers. That's right.
There's no way I'm a disrespect our Lord and Savior B. Jones. we give them 20 for that. Just give them 20.
Kevin, you
Jones, I'm not trying to get to the pearly gates. I'm like, you remember that time? You were supposed to give that man something. You gave him like 5. Nah,
we're gonna block the blessings of the show, man. We're gonna be sure. See, gonna send us a letter tomorrow.
All right, Coach. Man. All right, so who is your favorite superhero and why?
Man, I gotta go with Wolverine. I think like he regenerates. You know, he always want to smoke. You know, he be trying to not want to smoke, but it's like, nah, he just gotta go ahead on and do it. So I think it's Wolverine. That's who I rock with.
You know that Wolverine is a ladies' man too, Coach. You trying to tell on yourself? You know, he had Jean Grey, he had Storm, he had.
I ain't say that.
But Wolverine is the mean. He ain't nothing polite about Wolverine. He's super mean. I mean, he is. I mean, he like angry all the time. He's rude.
But he always willing to help.
It is true. He will be there for you. Yeah. All right, Coach. So we asked that superhero question because we see coaches as superheroes, and as a superhero, you got to have your own theme music. So, what would your theme song be?
It's a throwback. It's DMX. We right here.
We right here.
Yeah. Hey. We not going anywhere. Yeah, that's what we're doing.
I know that joint too.
Yeah.
So hold up, B. Jones. How we go from Lecrae to DMX?
Hey, that's back in the day.
All over the place. He's all over the day.
You know,
that was Dreadhead DeRonte, KT. That was Dread. That was Dread.
Good point. Touche. All right. So what is something that basketball has taught you that you can use when you're not on the court?
Man, I think just the value of like respecting what you do and the work that you put into it and the payoff. And when the payoff, I think I really focus on like no regrets, because you might not get the outcome that you wanted, like going into it. But I don't know, it's just something about like appreciating the work you put into something and not having regrets about it. I think I've learned that through the game, where you can try something. It could be a business venture. Right now in coaching, it could be a job. But like if you put everything into it, I don't know, it's just something about that where you learn so much from that even if you don't get the outcome per se, you learn something and you gain something from it that you can always take with you the rest of your life.
All right, so B and I, we're going to produce a movie that's centered around you. The one thing that we're missing is a lead actor. Who should we get to play you in the story of your life?
It's a good one. I think Omar Epps. Darker skinned brother. He could go he could do the dreads, or he could go no hair too. He could hoop a little bit. So I think Omar Epps.
Man, yeah, now this is an obscure one that I got, but you remember Sticky Fingers and
Onyx.
do you remember? You remember? It wasn't Sticky Fingers. It was his homeboy. It was
Fredo Star.
Fredro. That's what I see, man. Can we get him? I know we can get Fredro.
Yo.
I don't know. Fredro kind of raw.
Fredro got that energy.
You know who I had, B. Jones, and he's in a lot of legal trouble right now, so I know we won't be able to get him probably ever. But Jonathan Majors.
I can see Jonathan Majors. I can see Jonathan Majors. As long as make it good on set every day.
Well, you know what, B. Jones? He probably be hurting for work, so he may take this over.
I'm gonna look past his legal troubles.
We got to wait a year or so, B. Jones. When he try to make his comeback, we can get him.
Yeah, get him all.
Kevin, you better take this $50.
You better take this $50 and come on and do this for us, because you ain't got no other choice. All right, so Coach B. Jones and I, we love to travel. When we travel, we got to eat. So when we come down there to rock with y'all, man, what's gonna be that one food spot you're gonna recommend, and what's your go-to meal there?
So right now, I haven't eaten. I'm living in Columbia right now. I haven't moved to Frederick yet. Hoping to get to Frederick soon. But right now in Columbia, it's this local spot called Tino's. They have like an Italian cuisine, and to be honest, I've really been rocking with the chicken Alfredo. It's been really good. Get the extra bread. They got like this oil and herb mix for dipping with the bread. That's what we had.
My wife just put me on that about 3 years ago, and it is the absolute bomb. Kevin, have you ever done that? They like put the pepper and the salt and and you just sop it up with the bread. Man, I can pull off of that every time I go in the spot. That is absolutely nuts.
For sure. Yep.
Now I want some Olive Garden, B. Jones.
We got to go past Olive Garden, KT. We've been doing this for 4 years. Olive Garden.
I need something that's close right now, B. I'm talking. We go kick it with Coach. Yes, we can go to that spot, but for right now, like, for Olive Garden, B. Jones, don't do that to me, man. All right, so it's time to break out the playbook of excitement, because we're about to welcome a true game changer to the podcast arena. He's not just a coach; he's a maestro, orchestrating victories and weaving stories of triumph on the court. So get ready to dribble into a world of insights as we introduce extraordinary head coach DeRonte Polite to the microphone for an unforgettable podcast session. So B. Jones, go ahead and take it away.
I'm so hood. Yeah, let's go. Hood College. We got to turn this thing up, man. We got your boy. We got your guy in the building, the head coach, and we are super excited about having you on this joint. Welcome to the family, Coach. I mean, this is it's been a long time coming, and we kind of been working on some of these JUCOs and D3s and D2s, because we think there's a big story there. Something that ESPN and Fox are afraid to attack, but there's so many amazing opportunities that universities just like Hood College can provide to these kids. So we're going to tell them today about these opportunities, and we're going to tell them what make you so dope. Coach, let's take them back to the beginning. Come on, let's take them back to Dread Head Coach Polite. And let's tell them your story, Coach. When did you start playing the game of basketball, and when did you fall in love with it?
Man, so I'll say I can't remember not loving the game, honestly. Like, it's just, I'm assuming my dad had something to do with that, but I just, even when I recruit players, there are times where they'll be like, the 5th grade, the 6th grade, I really began, like, for as far back as I can remember, I've always loved it. Started playing when I was like 5 years old in the rec league. So yeah, it's always been something that's been near and dear to my heart.
Now I got to put you on the Budweiser hot seat here for a second, Coach. And I know Budweiser gonna send me a lot of them LC but that was a segment on ESPN about 10 years ago. But my question to you is, Coach, why did you choose women's basketball? I'm sorry to jump head first in there, but I got to ask the guys who come on here who coaching women's basketball, why did you choose women's basketball as your craft?
Man, I don't know. It just kind of happened. I think years prior, I ended up I graduated from a Bible college, but right before then, before I went to Bible college, I realized like all I wanted to do was like help people, right? And so at the time, I thought it was going to be in a pulpit every Sunday. So I went and I played at this small Bible college. I left, started doing some basketball training. And then my wife and I, we had planned on, maybe getting back into the area because a lot of our friends, I met my wife at Bible college, so a lot of our friends were still out there. And I said it's a small school, so the AD was also the head women's basketball coach. She was also like the dean of women and an English professor. Like she did like everything. And so the women program never had a good program. And I said, hey, if I ever came back out here, I would love to help out with the team. And she said, if you came back out here, I'd make you my coach. And that's how all of it started. Like in my first year ever coaching, like professionally, I was a head coach at the college level. And that's kind of how it all started. And that's all I've ever known, really.
Now, when you was overseas, when you tricked us with the game, when you coached in China, what is it? Was it guys or girls?
No, it was guys. So it was a camp. Okay. So that was a camp. I was working with IMG at the time. And they sent us over and we did a couple of camps over there.
That's pretty dope. Well, in your opinion, the women's game is growing. As a matter of fact, we saw a little theatrics not long ago on the television between South Carolina and LSU. But even still, to me, a lot of people are upset at everybody and they point fingers whose fault. But to me, it's all good for the girls, the women's game. And I've always felt it's funny we talk. Your last name is Polite because I've always felt we are too polite when it comes to women's basketball. I think everybody want to support them so much they miss the fact that we need that type of energy to create fans. We need super fans. We need fanatics. We need some people really truly having some old fashioned hate. In order for people to want, because when people want to see you lose, that's when you get all the television clicks. So, Coach, what do you think about today's game of women's basketball? Considering that you kind of came in at a different space, and now the game is taking over.
Well, see, I loved it, man. See, I'll say even as a young kid, before I got into coaching and all of that, I was always a fan of just basketball. So, like I knew I had Dawn Staley and Teresa Edwards. I had their little, the little cards, the upper deck cards. I had those as a young kid. So I've always just loved the game of basketball. I've always respected people that can hoop. I had older cousins who were females that could hoop, could beat me when I was young and all that type of stuff. So I just always just appreciated it. I think the game is in a great spot. But to be honest, I don't really care about the outside too much. I've always just appreciated it. I've always just loved it. So, it's good that it's happening. What happened the other day, I think is a larger discussion because my whole thing is it's only certain sports we care about if they fight in or not, right? Which that wasn't even a fight. But there's some sports where you fight and it's cool and everybody cool with it. But then the other sports, if it happened, but hey, that's a top subject for another day. But I love it. I love to see where it's at, and I think it's just continuing to get better and better.
Well, Coach, you got to tell us now. Is Hood? What is that? A D3? What is Hood? What is
Yeah, we're D3.
Yeah, I read something that said it was D3. Okay, so and where is it located again?
Frederick, Maryland.
Oh wow. Okay. So is that a tough Division III conference? I mean, because D3 is a little bit different with the scholarships, right? You guys. So how does it work? You got to help them find education scholarships and things of that nature to get them on campus.
Yeah. So we operate off of merit scholarships. A lot of that is going to come down to how you perform in the classroom more than anything. Now, I will tell you that Hood is really good with us being like a small liberal arts school. They want to deal with you on a one-on-one basis. So they won't just look at your GPA. Actually, they strip your GPA down. So it's all about the real stuff that counts. But then they'll bring in the community service element. They like to do interviews. Like you can get extra money from just doing an interview with an admissions counselor, and they get a chance to see who you are. Like, oh yeah, we really want this person on our campus. We throw a little bit of more merit aid their way. So yeah, a lot of it's going to be academically based first, and then need based on top of that.
Because you got a lot of energy. I like it. Matter of fact,
speaking of energy, B. Jones, I don't mean to cut you off, but you know that Coach can still dunk.
Coach, you
that was a couple years ago. That was 2 years ago.
I mean, he got out there two hands, B.
I think I'm done now.
You still got the bunnies, Coach? You still got
I think I'm done now. I tried it 2 years ago. That day, I felt really good that day, and it worked out for me.
So, Coach, like, what type of coach are you? And are there any coaches that you look up to?
Yeah, I'm passionate. That's one word that I would use. I've always loved the game, and I've always just kind of wanted to do well for do well's sake, right? So, I'm very passionate. I will tell players I'm not easy to play for because I'm honest. Like, I'm not gonna cuss you out, but if you're not doing well, I'm just gonna tell you that you're not playing well. At the same time, gonna be honest when you are doing well, and I'm gonna tell everybody about that too. And then the coaches that I look up to, again, it's just people that you've never heard of. Like my high school coach, he was huge in developing me and just giving me that kind of, I guess, that role model and caring more about than what happens on the court. And then I've had a lot of coaches on my journey along the way that have really helped me a lot. Whether it's Jennifer Sepielli, she did defense on the string. She's been big.
We've had her on the show, Coach.
Yeah. That's how I found out about you all. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my dog. So she's been very helpful. My head coach, Kyle Recklitz, who I coached under her when I was at UW Milwaukee. She's been big in my career. There's a guy by the name of Jason Smith. I was his assistant at an NAIA school. Right after I left, and when I went to IMG, like after that, he just kind of ran off like 100 wins in like 4 years at the NAIA level. So it's been a lot of people that people don't know about, but it's just, they've just been very influential to me, where I can call them if I need to, to talk to them. Those are the ones that have kind of helped me the most.
Coach, where I was going with that energy is because I want to know, what does that energy transition and transfer to the court? I mean, what are we gonna see when we see the hood cop, when we see these young ladies get out on the court? What kind of basketball? What style of basketball are we looking at?
We want to get up and down. So this was my first year at Hood. So I am two parts. I'm recruiting towards that, and then I'm training what I already have towards that. So we really want to get up and down, both on the defensive game and offensive. This year, the only way we can score really was in transition. I played more zone this year than I have all my life, but we needed to. But it was a high pressure zone where we turn over people a lot. And next year, I wanted to extend that to where we're picking up full court, playing a little bit more man-to-man as well. But we want to go. We want to get it. We want to go.
Coach, you ain't talking about helter-skelter, are you? You ain't talking about 94 feet of hell, huh?
Listen, I'm 94 feet, 40 minutes. Like, that's where I'm trying to get to, I'm trying to, because you got to think about it. Cleveland State, the conference I just came out of in the Horizon League, they've gotten to a point where, they're competing at the top every single year. They're the only team in the conference that like plays solely zone, right? And they pressure and do different things. But you got to think, like, if I play against a team that plays man-to-man, most of the teams play man-to-man, I'm kind of training and growing in how I prepare against a man-to-man when I play each team. Not when you play Cleveland State, everything you do got to go out the window. And I think that gives them like an advantage. And that's how I want us to be, right? And so we are going to be exclusively zone. But yeah, we want to make it tough. We want to test your skill set.
But Coach, 94 feet going to require you to have 10 dogs. I mean, you got at least 9. So you're recruiting right now. How difficult it is to define 9 to 10 players that can apply that kind of pressure for 40 minutes? It's
very difficult. But my questions are about mentality, because I think it's mentality more than anything. So when I'm asking, like I asked this one player, I said, hey, if you playing 1v1 against someone and they don't play a whole lot and you're like a better player than them, like what's happening? And her response was like, they not going to score. And I'm like, okay. That's what like. She ain't say she was gonna win. She could have said that, and that would have been cool. She said they not gonna score. Like, that was her immediate response. So that's the mentality that I'm going after. Because even if you're not the fastest, if you got that mentality, you gonna still find a way. And I want people that's gonna find a way.
Coach, I can't wait to see Hood play some basketball. I hope y'all come down here south and we get an opportunity to watch y'all on the road. But if not, I know for a fact, I got a feeling we're going to be out on the road tour next year and we're going to be able to come see y'all play. But Coach, let's talk about some of these things you're doing off the court. Because as much as I want to keep talking basketball, I want to spend these last 5 minutes talking about some of these, because you are what I consider a serial entrepreneur. I mean, I'm talking about you're dabbling, you're putting your hands in a lot of different pots, a lot of irons and different fires. The polite way of basketball. What is that? Because I ain't never heard of no polite basketball. I'm from Louisiana. We throw elbows, and there ain't no such thing as a charge, Coach. So what is the polite way of basketball?
Man, I think it's just a concept that I'm really trying to grow. I plan on expanding that. Now, Division III, I'm able to do more training at the youth and the high school level, whereas when you're Division I, you're not allowed to do those type of things. So I want to expand it that way. But then I also want to try to give to younger coaches. So, I might be sharing plays on my YouTube channel. I could be sharing drills. Or I could just be talking about, hey, like you in a funk, your team's in a funk. How do we come out of it? These are things that I've done in the past. So it's something I'm really looking to grow, but really it's just to help a lot of young coaches as they start their journey.
YouTuber, podcaster. I mean, but to add on to all of that, we very rarely get to call one of our coaches an author. You know what I'm talking about, Coach?
Yeah.
Tell us about this book, Race, Religion, and Everyday Living. And from my understanding, this was a compilation of daily meditations. Tell us a little bit about this book, Coach.
So I had an opportunity years ago to start writing for it was like it's a Christian like media type company. They have a website. They do a lot with Christian music, and I had a chance I applied to be a writer, and just started doing different articles that dive into race, a lot of things from a Christian worldview, and then after a while I just compiled them and put them in the book format. So it was pretty cool to be able to do that. And to say that, man, I put a book together, and I got another one that I got to finish at some point in time when I get some time, but I'm trying to, this summer, that's going to be my project, to try to get that one going a little bit more.
I got to put you on the spot as a fellow podcaster. What you think about our podcast, Coach?
Hey, I love it. You talk about energy. You talk about energy. Yo, the introduction that y'all gave, like what we talking about here? Like I love the energy.
I'll just mess with you, Coach. Yeah, but do you have any other podcasts or books that you would recommend to a coach, a D3, or even somebody who want to become a coach? I mean, is there a certain podcast or somebody you listen to or reading that motivates you, that gets you excited?
Yeah, so I like the Hoop Heads podcast. I was actually a guest up there last year. They do with everyone from all over, men's basketball, high school, boys, girls, all of it. And then Chris Oliver, he has a podcast where he's talking with a lot. It used to be called the Basketball Immersion. It might be called something else now, but it's a lot of different coaches that he talks with, that he works with as well. So those are probably the two from a basketball standpoint.
Well, 2024, KT and I, we coined this year the year of Mamba, Coach, paying respects to Kobe, who wore the number 24, made it infamous, and now we want to celebrate his journey, his legacy all year long. So what is your Mamba moment, Coach? What is that moment in your career, whether you were on the court, whether you was over there at a camp in China, I don't care what it was. What was that moment in your career, Coach, that you became a Mamba, that you blacked out and you had your Mamba moment?
Man, so my senior year at Central Christian College of the Bible, first semester, we're like, I don't know if y'all ever heard of it. It's called NCCAA, right? So it's like the Christian college. It's like the NCAA for Christian colleges. And so we were ranked, I think, as high as number 5 in the country. We lose 2 starters at the break for grades. My coach gets fired, halfway through the season. One of my best friend and leading scorer, he got booted off the team on some craziness. So we go into like this last tournament, and we couldn't score, right? And so I had just started telling the guards, the guy who started coaching us, he wasn't planning on coaching us, right? So he was a full-time professor, a missionary. He wasn't planning on coaching us. So our practices weren't that great, but I would tell the post, y'all can go. All the guards, and I'm a Carolina guy, but all the guards, I was like, listen, y'all gotta stay after practice. Like, we not leaving until we all making 100 threes. Like, we not leaving practice until we do this. And it finally took some time for us to catch up, but we got into a game. It's the best game I ever played in. It was the semifinal game of the ACCA championship. Man, we shot 69% from 3. We hit 23s as a team. I hit 5, another one hit 5, 2 other guys hit 4. It was crazy. And I was the player of the year. And at the banquet, the guy from that team looked at me and was like, well, what were your stats? Well, the night we beat them, it was 32, 12, and 8. You know what I mean? So yeah, that was the Mamba moment from the standpoint of getting my guys in after practice to like, hey, we gonna get this done, and then for it to come to fruition in a major game.
Yeah, y'all was hitting if you had 12 assists. Yeah, y'all couldn't nobody miss 32, 12, and 8. Coach, you was too shy. You should have got that triple-double, Coach. Why you ain't gonna get them 2 more rebounds, Coach?
Hey, we got the dub. You know what I'm saying?
All right, Coach. Well, it is time for the championship rounds, Coach. This is the part of the show with KT, and now we're going to do a little bit of one-on-one, and you are now officially calling all of the shots. All right, Coach? This is our version of Would You Rather. So the rules are super simple. We're in championship rounds, true fashion. We are going to go 3 rounds, and then each round, both KT and I are going to give you an option or a statement, and whichever one of those statements resonate with you, you select that statement. That host will get a point. The first host to get 2 points, or the best out of 3 will win this episode's game of championship rounds. Okay, super simple, but these are going to be some pretty. We're going to try to make these choices as intense as we possibly can. All right, KT is the defending champion. Kevin, kick us off.
Would you rather coach a player that you recruited and no one gave them a chance? They make it to the Basketball Hall of Fame, and in their speech tells you they wouldn't be there without your love and guidance, or
you, I don't know, you guys catch fire. Hood College goes on and wins 2 national championships, but through this success, you are not getting calls from all over the country. Now, I'm going to give you, in my selection, you can pick your program in the country, whatever coaching vacancy you would like. And not only are you going to take that coaching vacancy, but you're going to have a 20-year run, win multiple national titles, and be considered a Hall of Fame coach with your name on that court.
Ooh, I gotta go with KT on this one.
Oh, I cannot believe that. Coach, I just gave you 2 national championships with Hood. I gave you national championships with your next team, and you still chose one player.
Hey, I think if I choose that one player, you know, it said something about my coaching, right? Where I saw something that nobody else saw.
I ain't gonna lie, P. Jones. The way you sold that one, I was like, man, Coach may actually go with this one.
I can't put no more swag on that. I can't put no more cayenne pepper on that thing.
All the Larrys you put on that, I was like, goodness, he can fight on this. Goodness. All right, so round 2. Would you rather travel the world? And I'm going to give you your own food show that's going to stream on ESPNW and on the Hood College website, where you get to travel the world, interviewing other college coaches, picking their brains, while eating at some of their favorite places to eat in the towns that they grew up in or coach in, or
y'all all heard of Last Chance U. Y'all have seen the documentary, except instead of going to JUCO, this time we were going to take the whole camera crew and we coming to a D3 college, and guess who got selected? I'm So Hood. Yeah, it's going to be called I'm So Hood College. We're going to have the camera crews following y'all around in the classroom, on the court, in the locker room, on the bus rides, and we're going to tell the story of the 2024-25 Hood College ladies with basketball team.
Oh yeah, we going with the documentary with the documentary. Yeah, we got that. Last chance Hood.
Hey, man, that's what I'm talking about. Let's go. Hey, I know the ladies out there, they're excited about that one. I'm gonna make a couple of calls after the show, girls. I'm gonna make a couple of calls. We're gonna see if we get us a camera.
Hey, look, they already be saying, where the cameras? They already be saying.
Yeah, this sounds calling Netflix. I'm gonna try, but I'm just gonna call my camera guy. All right, Coach. For the final round, KT and I, we stop doing all the talking and we take it to our sneaker game. Why? Because KT and I are both super sneakerheads. As a matter of fact, if you are a sneakerhead and you're watching this show, come hang out with me and KT and the rest of the Sports Life Talk crew on Wednesday nights at 8 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. We talk about sports, life, entertainment, pop culture, and I do a segment called The Drop. So we always releasing new sneakers, and me and KT, we run into the store and cop them. So with that being said, before the show, Coach, we picked a shoe out of our collection. You didn't know what we was doing. We was like, hey, we're gonna step away for a second, but we were selecting shoes out of our collection that we thought represented you and Hood College. Okay, Coach? So on the count of 3, we're gonna get you to say, hold that sneaker in true SLT fashion. And we are going to show you what we got live right here on the screen. Now, keep in mind, Coach, Whoever you select will win the final round of this show. All right. And it's bragging rights that come along with that. So here we go.
Okay.
For all of the marbles, 3, 2, 1.
Hold that sneaker.
Same time, man.
Ooh. Oh man.
Now I could, you know what? I wanted to pull out another pair of shoes, but I had to go. It got the silver check. Everything matched Hood College with these shoes.
Oh man. Now we hooping or we just chilling?
We just chilling. He's just gonna be whatever you want to use them for, coach.
Yeah,
whatever you want to use.
Multi-purpose.
Are those the snakeskin 11s?
Yes, those got the little I can't think of what the name of that print is. The elephant print. The elephant print on that print. Yeah.
Ooh. I gotta go with the elephant print.
He sold his own school out.
The school colors, Jones. They said go with the school colors. I mean, they said go with the school colors.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do. Don't be hating.
They don't. Come on.
And still.
Hey, that was hard. That was tough. I'm not gonna lie. That was tough.
I can't wait
the right decision, coach.
I can't wait till your players get the reaction on that one, coach, because they're gonna tell you it really wasn't that hard. It really wasn't that hard. You gotta pick the team.
Well, they better check that tone, B. Jones, when they be on that line. So they better.
They're gonna say, so coach, let me get this right. You'll select me and make sure I'm Hall of Fame, but you won't even wear the team color. No, I'm just messing with the coach. No, I like them shoes too. I like those sneakers as well. I don't know if I got those, KT. I don't know if I got those in my collection.
I forgot I had them, but when I saw the colors, I was like, man, this is kind of blend in with that. So I have to go ahead.
Yeah, I might have them somewhere. I'm about to dig and see. All right, coach. The title of the show is You Got Next. And as much as we love talking about the past and all the amazing things you're doing off the court, on the court, you guys have an established program and you're going into something super new. So we want to talk about the future and what's up next. And your story is still being written, coach. So what are you looking forward to? What's up next for you? And what are you excited about in the future for your career?
I think just continuing to build. This past off season has really been the first off season where I haven't been kind of speculating, am I going to still be in the same spot or am I going to be going somewhere else? It's the first office where I got my degrees up on the wall, so I think that's just where I'm at. I'm excited to see, to get an opportunity to all these ideas that I've had in my head, to get to see them play out, so that's just kind of where I'm at. I've never felt like I needed to coach at a particular level to consider myself a good coach. I'm glad of all the experiences that I've had, but right now this works great for my family and what we're doing. So I just want to keep building it, and hopefully a few more years down the road, I'm back on the show, and what both of y'all say come true. I get someone in that Hall of Fame, but then we got some national championships on top of that too.
Yeah, we rooting for you on that one, coach. We try to put you in the pressure spot. We really want nothing but good vibrations coming your way. Coach, you want to tell us a little bit about your coaching staff real quick? 1 minute.
Yeah. So Coach Nasheed Coleman, he's an AAU guy in the area. He's been just invaluable. It helped me understand the state and where we need to go to find talent. Cheyenne Scott, she's my GA. I told her, whatever you want to do, you're going to leave here with knowing how to do everything. I treat her just like she's a full-time, Division I assistant. And then I have a volunteer assistant who played here. Her name is, we call her Coach Snoop Robinson. But they all been great. We actually had a staff meeting this morning, and we're going to go out and do some celebrating next week because I have a great staff, and I'm excited about working with them.
All right, Coach, do you have any shout-outs you want to give?
Man, shout-outs. Like anybody, well, shout out to my wife. You know what I mean? Like, it takes a lot of effort and energy when I'm in the season. Like, my head is down. Like, the other day, I was like, oh, man, that's a nice sweater. She's like, I had it for 3 months. But, it's been the basketball season. So, I've been grinding. I ain't even noticed it. But shout out to my wife, who just gives me so much support. Kyle Recklitz, she was the only Division I coach to give me an opportunity. Ann Manier gave me my first coaching opportunity altogether. Shell Daly got me at IMG Academy. Jennifer Sepielli. Just so many people, man, that I can thank. And then just, all my friends, my homeboys that keep it a buck with me when I'm wild.
I got to tell you, Coach, when you said you were married before you became a coach, I was praying for her then. I was like, I don't know how his wife deal with it. Like, she signed up for that. So sometimes women, they fall in love with a coach. You like, hey, I'm a
no. I didn't start coaching until after I was married.
That's what I'm saying. So
got you. Okay.
Yeah, so she didn't sign up to be with a coach. She signed up to be with DeRonte Polite. And then you became a coach on her, which most women couldn't go through that. That's absolutely crazy. So shout out. You know what? She get a yeet. She get a yeet.
Sure. All right, Coach. So this is the part of the show you get a chance to call the person that you think should have next. Tell them, hey, I got a chance to rock with B. Jones and KT. I told them my story, and I want you to do the same thing. With that said, Coach, who you calling out? Who should have next?
Man, I'm calling out. Can I call out two people?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm calling out Justin Byron. He is an assistant track coach at Vandy. Up and coming college coach. Done a lot of great things at the high school level. And then Anna DeForge. She had a long-time WNBA career, WNBA All-Star. But last year was her first year in the college coaching. And I know she's going to be doing big things. So, yeah, those are my two that got next.
All right, Coach Ann, Coach Justin, you both are officially on the clock. Let the world know that your ticket just got punched and you are up next. We can't wait to hear from you. We're going to be reaching out to you super soon. Because Kevin Vandy, former WNBA, oh, my goodness.
I recognize that name, too.
I started to feel like we might actually be busting a grape in a fruit fight, KT. We might make some noise in this thing. But Coach DeRonte Polite, you got next. You are one in a kind, Coach. You are influencer. You are a trailblazer. You are icon. You are doing so much for the game, and we so super much thank you. We are huge fans of you, not just as a coach, but as a man in life, man. I look up to you, and we rooting for you every step of the way when them national championships get hung at Hood College. But, Coach, you are extraordinary. You are elite. You deserve a yeet. Oh, I'm so good. Let's go. I need y'all to turn it up. We're about to close this thing out, but we want to first and foremost thank you, Coach, for rocking with us, coming on the show. Thank you all for watching another episode of Sports Life Talks You Got Next. We appreciate the love and support. We appreciate all y'all staying 10 toes down with us. And this is your chance, the last chance to make that make that move and become a part of the Sports Life Talk Nation, or at least the last chance while you're watching this show. You can do it anytime you get ready, but we'd love for you to come and be a part of our family. As a matter of fact, we got so many more people coming on, so many more incredible stories, the motivation 2000. Telling y'all, we just now in March. I'm telling y'all, this thing is gonna be bananas by the time we get through this year. So make sure you smash the subscribe button, hit that like button, tell the world this show is great, and share this with all of your friends and family, and lock in with us. Tap in with the Sports Life Talk family at Sports Life Talk, all one words. We on every single platform. KT even got a hidden Snapchat profile out there somewhere that I heard. I can't verify it. I just heard his whispers of it. And if you want to be on the show, go to our website, SLTUGotNext.com. Now understand, we got SportsLifeTalk.com. That's just the shows, but we got a special website just for this show, SLTUGotNext.com. Click on the nominate tab and tell us why you got next, why you feel like you're a certified Mamba. We're going to reach out to you and give you an audition to be on the show. And last but not least, if you're a podcast junkie like myself, make sure you're listening to Hoop Heads, and you make sure you're listening to the Playbook Journal and the Polite Way Basketball. But you can also listen to You Got Next on the road. Take us on the car, in the kitchen, in the gym, in the weight room, wherever you are. You can listen to the smooth, sultry sounds of the mouth of the South B. Jones and the head coach KT. And we have listen to this show and over 600 shows that we previously recorded wherever you download your podcast. All right, KT.
All right, Coach. Thank you so much for rocking with us. Whatever you need from us, please let us know, and we got your back.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate you both.
Hey, what do you say? We right here. What do you
That's it. We ain't going anywhere.
We right here. Thanks, Talk Nation. We love y'all. Stay safe. Be blessed. Respect each other and love one another, because together we are better. And keep dreaming big, because you never know. Your story may be the next one featured on Sports Life Talks. you got next. Yeet.
I knew you had next, cause you always working, you always grinding, you're in your bag cause you're always working. Like in due time, I knew you got next. Oh, you did it, huh? Crack the code. You got next, you smashing goals. You want next, you need exposure. Well, sports like talk out the baddest, show like the baddest. In the room, podcast to tune into just for you to talk your shit. Talk your mushroom, you are what you eat and you should consume. Sports like talk from the late night to the afternoon, then rest repeat. Hit the like, leave a comment, or subscribe so you don't miss a beat. You got next is a small taste of a winning meal from a chef type of celebrity. What's up next is you, at least you better be. Yeah, you got next, yeah. I can feel it, you're a winner just like me. You got next, and what comes next? Tune in next time and you'll see. Cause if you got next, yeah, if you got next, if you got next, then you're just like me. If you got next, if you got next, yeah, if you got next, then you know where to be. I'm talking sports life, talking this. Yeah, yeah, yeah.